And meanwhile, we are tracking the major issues with America's air travel system as a wave of critical air traffic control failures sparks chaos at major airports coast to coast. Newark Liberty International, one of the busiest gateways to New York City, thrown into turmoil yet again today after another equipment outage grounded flights and frustrated thousands of travelers. Almost 80 flights canceled, more than 60 delayed, and a 45-minute ground stop ordered by the FAA all before noon. The problem, a repeat failure at the same Philadelphia-based radar center that controls Newark's airspace. It's the third serious incident in just 2 weeks, and it is raising urgent questions about safety and infrastructure in this country. Plus, at nearly the same time, Atlanta's Hartsfield-Jackson Airport, the busiest airport in the country, was hit with a separate air traffic control outage, grinding arrivals to a halt for more than an hour there. So what does all this mean for your next flight, and what is the message to Americans who are wondering if it's even safe to fly with our infrastructure right now? NewsNation's Mills Hayes is here with what passengers are seeing, hearing, and demanding tonight. Mills.
Hi, Natasha. This is the third time Newark air traffic controllers have had telecommunication issues in recent weeks, and Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy saying today that flight traffic into and out of Newark will be slashed for weeks as the FAA scrambles to restore some sense of stability.
At 8:30 this morning, for the third time in a few weeks, the screens at Newark Airport went black.
The FAA issued a 45-minute ground stop this morning at Newark International Airport, all because of another telecommunication issue between Newark and the Philadelphia-based Air Traffic Control Center that guides planes in and out of the Newark airspace.
Very discouraged, very frustrated because we're excited about the vacation, and then now we're just sitting here waiting for our next flight.
I was told there was a shortage of staff, and I can understand why there's delays, but I mean, it's just very annoying.
Officials said they could still communicate, but there were popping sounds on some of the radio frequencies. This following another radar malfunction Friday, which brought planes at Newark to a standstill.
FedEx 1989, I hand you off here. Our scopes just went black again. If you care about this, contact your airline and try to get some pressure for them to fix this stuff.
Today's blackout is the third incident in the last 2 weeks. A similar incident from April 28th caused radar and radio blackouts that lasted up to 90 seconds.
We actually have brought down the number of airplanes that come in and leave Newark. The problem we have is you can't snap your fingers and fix it. Right? It takes time to build the infrastructure, and I say it's going to be 3 to 4 years to build it all, but we're going to focus on Newark first. So we're going to start to see Newark be far more resilient in the near term.
New York Senator Chuck Schumer criticized Secretary Duffy's multi-billion-dollar plan announced last week to overhaul the air traffic control system by 2028.
We have to fix it and fix it fast. The plan last week lacked milestones and lacked the cost. But what we saw over the last few days is just scary.
More than 200 flights were delayed and more than 80 canceled altogether at Newark today. And if you ask Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy, he says it's still safe to fly even from Newark Airport and pledging major infrastructure upgrades, but admits that these fixes will take years. Natasha?
Wow, years. All right, Mills Hayes with that reporting tonight. Thank you.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.